Please welcome Azir Ahmed. Good to see you, Azir. I think the first thing people are surprised at is, like, there aren't women in the SAS. So how did this come about? This was a trial, a kind of experiment, wasn't it?
Yeah, so it happened back in 1999, and I wanted to join the army on a part-time basis because I wanted something to work around the full-time job that I had. And one of my friends just turned around to me and said, "Why don't you join the Territorial Army?" And I had no idea that the army actually had a part-time version of it. So I applied for an information pack, and they had a list of all the different units that they had. And I looked for the best one, which was the SAS, the elite force.
Went straight to the top,
and I
you
thought,
thought?
well, why not? I'll apply there. So I applied, and they offered me an admin post. And I went for the admin post, and I just happened to be in the room where they were just starting up female selection. So all these girls came in, started signing up.
And this is the first time they'd ever done that? So it was a kind of trial period?
I didn't even know what SAS stood for. I mean, that's how naive I was. And I looked and I thought, well, if they're signing up for it, then maybe I should be doing the same. And I walked up and I looked and they said, "Do you need to sign?" I said, "Yes." So I signed, and before I knew it, I was downstairs in my sports kit getting a gruelling in Hyde Park. That's how it started.
And it is gruelling, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sorry,
what is the experience like being a part of, you know, such a regime?
Well, let's put it this way: I still got flashbacks. It was a gruelling. It was an amazing experience. It just changed me for life. I mean, I went there. I used to go to the gym 3-4 times a week, and I thought I was super fit. You know, I went in, I thought, oh, no problem. And suddenly I saw these girls, and they were like Amazons. And I thought, oh my God, what are these women made of? And when I was training, I was just lagging behind to start with. But slowly, there's something about the army training. It's just amazing. My strength just escalated, and so did my fitness.
But you completed the course, and because I've read your book, you completed the course, and you did really well. But at the last minute, what happened? You were just kind of dumped, really.
Yeah, well, I'm sure they had their reasons for it. We don't know what the reasons are. Perhaps it was too early for women to be in the SAS. Perhaps there were other reasons for it, but we were told two weeks before the training had ended to just hand our kit in. And there was myself and another girl who I've got great respect for because she was a champion rock climber, and she was like, you know, amazing.
That was
woman.
a PR disaster for the army, really, when you think of all the effort the army makes to say it's an equal opportunity employer. Women are going to rise to the top. They want more women commanders, and you've done this course, and suddenly they went, right, it was an experiment and it's not worked.
Yeah, but I mean, I look at it as if, even though that happened, I think it was a great leap forward for the army. Even though we didn't complete the course and they did nothing with that training, the fact that the British Army had allowed this experiment to go ahead in the Special Forces is amazing. And I think that's something that's part of my story as well, just to say that this is what's happening with the army. It's not an old-fashioned establishment. It's actually trying to make changes within there, both for ethnicity and for females.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's also equally amazing about your story is you came from such strict upbringing, didn't you? Muslim upbringing.
Yeah.
How did your family, did they know you were going to do this?
They had no idea I was doing this.
Oh, really?
So I actually led a double life. So I'd go home on the train and I'd put my, you know, my shalwar kameez on and my headscarf, and I'd serve chai, and my mother was trying to find me a lovely boy to marry as well.
Is that tea?
Tea, chai, sorry. And every time I'd go home, my mother would have all these sparkly clothes for me, and, oh, you know, get this on, and we've got some guests coming as well. So I'd put it on, and I'd serve the tea, and then I'd get back on the train, put my army boots on, and I'd be out with the lads again.
And you hid that whole time? The whole time you were training, they had no idea?
They had no idea. So I literally lived these two worlds, which is why my book is called Worlds Apart.
What did they say afterwards?
They don't know to this day. Unfortunately, my parents passed away. But I do have regrets because my father was in the army. And I just think, you know, he could have been proud of me to do that. So, but I think my mother would have a heart attack. Can't possibly
she's busy trying to teach you to cook and sew and things.
Oh, yes, I learned that from the age of 12.
You mentioned